Hey guys, C-Man235 here, back with another video. And, as we know, another Smash game is coming. 2 of them. And because of this, I thought it would be nice to talk about what I would want out of the series, and I, for some reason, did not do this during... I talked about it a bit during the E3 conference of last year when it was first announced, and I know everybody's already done something like this, but I thought I'd do my own, just because I have nothing else to do right now and I feel like making a video. And since I have a camera with much longer time, I thought it would be the best time to do it now. I have about 38 minutes on the camera, so I don't know how long I'll be rambling for, but I'm gonna make this into, like, separate videos. Some of them might be quite long, and I'm gonna try and fit them all into one video, unless it's like an hour long, in which case it's gonna be split into 2 videos. And the first thing we're going to talk about is characters. In terms of returning characters, not much really needs to be said. In terms of returning characters that surprised me, there's 2 of them. One of them was Lucario. Because I thought they were going to bring in Mewtwo, because Sakurai was always saying how he wanted to put Mewtwo in there, and everyone said, oh, but can you fit Lucario and Mewtwo into the same game? But there was like, well, they're kind of similar to each other, so one's gotta go. They chose Lucario, and while I would like that Mewtwo would return, Lucario is my favorite Pokemon, so I'm actually kind of glad that he's returning rather than Mewtwo. After playing with Mewtwo and Project M though, and stop, don't you dare do that, stupid computer. After playing with Mewtwo and Project M, if they follow, like, his moveset from Project M, which is pretty much the same as Melee, only much stronger, which I recommend you download Project M. I should post the link in the description. I should talk about that. In fact, I'm probably going to be drawing comparisons to Project M, so if you get a little bit angry at that, I'm sorry. It's just, there's a lot of things that Project M does that I think Sakurai should do, or Sakurai and Namco and Sora should do with the new game. But anyway, back to Lucario. I still think they can fit Mewtwo in there, because Mewtwo and Lucario are very similar. I hope that they use Project, or that I don't use it, but, you know, Project M kind of gives them, it kind of gives them incentive to make Mewtwo stronger than he was in Melee, because he was pathetic in Melee. I did not like Mewtwo in Melee at all. I'm one of the many people that didn't like how Mewtwo turned out. I wanted to like Mewtwo, because Mewtwo is one of my favorite legendaries, but he just wasn't good in that game. Luckily, he's much better than Project M, so there you go. I want Mewtwo to be in it, but I'm glad Lucario's in it, which surprised me because Sakurai did say he wanted Mewtwo in there, especially after the announcement of Mewtwo Y, which we thought was Mew 3 at that point, so fun speculation. The other one that surprised me was Toon Link, because Toon Link is in the train stage from Spirit Tracks in the 3DS version. And I thought to myself, well, that pretty much means he's not going to be in it. He's not going to be playable in the game, which, you know, you got away with Young Link, then you got Toon Link, which is a better version of Young Link and a better version of Link and Brawl, because I don't like Link and Brawl. He's good in Melee. He's not really good in Brawl. He's probably the worst Link, actually. The Brawl's version of Link is just the worst, I'm sorry. If you like Link, that's fine. Nothing against you. I just do not like him. But, and I hope they make him better in Smash 4. Anyway, Toon Link, it surprised me because while I am glad that Toon Link's in the game, it's one thing is, I don't really want any clones. Like, it's one thing, I love Toon Link, he's one of my mains in Brawl, believe it or not. I like him better than Link in Brawl. Yeah, one thing, he's one of my mains, I'm glad he's back, but at the same time, he's a clone, and I really don't want as many clones as there were in Melee or Brawl. Though, Brawl did a lot better of a job with the clones than Melee did. In fact, Brawl is an example of how a clone should be done. You know, how Lucas and Ness were different, but also were similar in some ways. Falco and Fox were pretty much clones. Wolf and Fox were different from each other. In terms of other characters, nothing really surprised me. I knew Pit was going to be in it after the success of Kid Icarus Uprising. Olimar, you know, not really shocked that he's back considering Pikmin 3 was coming out. Pikachu's back, whatever. Marth, one of my mains. Glad he's back, but I kind of expected it because Marth is the most recognizable Fire Emblem character. I'm glad he's returning, but it was so... At first I was like, okay, they gotta bring back Sonic, okay? And then I saw the Nintendo-Sega partnership. I was like, okay, Sonic's back. It's pretty much been confirmed, even before it's technically been confirmed by Sakurai. In terms of newcomers, we have... I'm using this hand. Little Mac, Mega Man, Rosalina, Villager, and Wii Fit Trainer. Yes, I was reading the computer. I have the characters here. I will put a, I'll put a link in the description for the character list on Wikipedia because it shows all 24 characters that have currently been confirmed. In terms of the newcomers, I said pretty much what I need to say about Mega Man, Wii Fit Trainer, and Villager. And I'm pretty sure everyone else has too. Villager, I like that they have him in there because, you know, it's nice to have an Animal Crossing representative, and stop doing that, computer. Keeps blacking out on me. You know, it's nice to have an Animal Crossing representative, and, you know, the memes are just hysterical. In fact, here are some of the pictures now. Not much to really say. Yeah, I'm not against that she's in it. Some people are like, oh my god, that is the worst choice ever. I'm not buying this game. Okay, I don't think they would say that, but Wii Fit Trainer. I don't mind that she's in it. I actually like this because we have more female characters in it. And then we have the newest third-party member, Mega Man. I never really played many of the Mega Man games. I'm not really what you would call a Mega Man fan. Though I do like that he's in it, I have to admit that is pretty huge news. And at the same time, you know, I didn't really expect him to be in it considering Capcom's, Capcom's little thing with Mega Man and canceling every Mega Man game out there. It is nice that he's in it. I like that it's a game with Mario, Sonic, and Mega Man, 3 platforming legends duking it out in the ultimate smash. Or Brawl, or Melee, or Universe, if that's the title they decide to go for. I really hope the title changes. Super Smash Bros. For Wii U and 3DS sounds really, really dumb. They need to change the title. Mega Man, my friend's gonna be excited because I know one of my friends is a big Mega Man fan. Little Mac, I actually was really excited for this newcomer because Little Mac, you know, he's a boxer, and why hasn't he been in a Smash Brothers game? I didn't get it. I wanted him in a Smash Brothers game for so long because it would make so much sense. And yet they haven't done it until now. So yeah, Little Mac's in it. Glad he's not an assist trophy anymore. He's bumped up to playable character, so can't wait to play as him. If there's any character I do want to see, like, that has not been confirmed yet, and this is just like a newcomer that I would want to see, I know some people have been asking this, and after doing the Wikipedia search and everything, because I've never played a Golden Sun game, I would actually really like to see Isaac, one of the characters that was an assist trophy in Brawl, and also has his own series, Golden Sun. Well, I don't know if he's the main character in every game, but I've heard good things about the Golden Sun series, and I wouldn't really mind seeing him in the game. You know, that might be a cool idea. I've never played a Golden Sun game, so I don't really know much about him. In terms of other newcomers, well, Pac-Man. You have Namco. Come on, Pac-Man. You got Sonic, you got Mario, you got Mega Man. Pac-Man. Do it. I'm sure they won't because they think Mega Man, Sonic, and Mario are enough, but I would like to see Pac-Man. Or if Pac-Man is, for some reason, unavailable, one character that I would like to see is actually from a Soul Calibur game. However, this has already been said that Sakurai doesn't want him to be in the game. He is Nightmare from Soul Calibur. I know that Sakurai has already said he's too extreme for Smash Brothers, so he said he won't do it, but still, let me dream. At least I'm not saying, oh, have Master Chief or Goku in it. Like I know some people in Miiverse have been saying, no, do not have Goku in it. Do not have Master Chief in it either. Master Chief might be an interesting idea, but I don't think he fits for Smash Brothers at all. Then again, Snake didn't really fit for Smash Brothers, and he was in it, so who knows. In terms of any returning characters I do want to see, again, I said Mewtwo, I want to return from Melee. In terms of other characters, Ike. Ike is one of my biggest mains. I have the two, Marth and Sonic. Those are going to be returning, so those are covered. But I still want Ike. You know, whatever Fire Emblem character they'll come up with next, I'm sure I'm going to play as him just because, you know, if he's going to be a replacement for Ike. I really do want to see Ike return just because I really like Ike. He's one of my mains. I love how strong he is, how easily he can decimate an opponent with his side smash and up smash. You know, bring him back, please. Come on. Just, you know, I understand you might want to have Chrome in there, or Crom, or whatever the hell his name is, that is from Fire Emblem Awakening. I've never played a Fire Emblem game. I only play with the Fire Emblem characters because they have swords, and mainly because I'm good with them. In terms of any other Fire Emblem characters, I don't really know any that I would want to be in it, but I'm sure they might replace Ike because they replaced Roy in Smash Bros. Melee with Ike, so I'm sure Ike is next in line to be replaced. I'm hoping that's not the case, but still. In terms of characters I would like to see, Palutena and Magnus from Kid Icarus Uprising would be nice. I really would like to see them. Palutena, you could argue that she might not work because... Actually, no, you couldn't. Why? Now that I think about it, she probably could work. For one thing, you know, it's another female character, and it would be interesting to use her magic. And if we're gonna have a replacement for Ike, I would at least want Magnus to have similar moves to Ike. I mean, I don't think he would have like Eruption or anything like that, but, you know, have similar smashes to Ike or something like that. So if we had to have a replacement for Ike, even though I'd rather have Ike, I would like Magnus to be in it. But even if Ike is going to return, I would still like to have Magnus in it just because I thought he was a really cool character. You know, Phosphora is probably not going to be in it, mainly because Phosphora is already a trophy, though we already knew that trophies were going to return. Oh, another character I would want to return, in fact, I actually forgot about this, Pokemon Trainer. In fact, actually, before I go to the who I would want to leave, there was one idea I had with Pokemon Trainer that we had Gen 1's Pokemon Trainer with Charizard, with Ivysaur, and Squirtle. And I would like it if Pokemon Trainer came back, only this time had Gen 2 Pokemon. We could have Totodile, Bayleaf, and Typhlosion. I think they could work in the Smash Brothers game. And if you want to, you could bring back Squirtle, Ivysaur, and Charizard, or at least just Charizard, just for the hell of it. In terms of characters I want to leave, I would like Jigglypuff to leave, but we know that's not going to happen because she was one of the original 12, so that's out of the picture. To be honest, I think we have a few too many Star Fox characters. While I did like Falco in Brawl, though he wasn't like a main or anything, I did like playing with him. I kind of want him to leave because we have a bit too many Star Fox characters, or at least make Falco like a alternate costume for Fox, or change his moveset. I will let Falco stay on one condition: change his moveset. I understand he has a few differences. I would like it if Falco would have a different moveset, and I would like it, you know, or not, obviously not completely different. You know, obviously you can keep like the down special and like the blaster. Obviously keep those, but change his side smash and his the Firebird. Yeah, change those. Change his final smash, for God's sake. I never want to see a goddamn Landmaster again. Landmaster! 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 The other characters I want to see leave, honestly, Falco's the biggest thing. Snake, I would want to stay, but Snake is probably gonna leave just because he was just a request by one of the Sakurai's friends who made the Metal Gear series. I forget what his name was. Sorry to all the Metal Gear fans out there. I've never played Metal Gear, so I don't know who created the series, but I do know the creator asked for Snake to be in Smash Brothers. There's your little history lesson, people. What will the changes for the moveset be? For one thing, I think Sonic should have some similar moves to what he has in Project M. Just because I find Sonic much better in Project M. As in Brawl, I like him. He's one of my mains, an awesome character. But he is very flawed. It was really hard to kill people with him. There are two things I would want to come out of Sonic. Either give him some similar moves to Project M, or at least make his strength, make him stronger. I'm not saying he has to be Captain Falcon, Donkey Kong, or Bowser strong or anything like that, but at least make him as strong as Mario, for crying out loud, or, you know, just, he was incredibly weak. It was really hard to knock out somebody with Sonic. So, you know, just make him a bit stronger. His moveset looks to be a bit faster, so that's nice. In terms of the moveset, he pretty much has the same moveset as Brawl, which I liked him there, but again, I would like it if they modeled him somewhat after Project M. Just because Project M, I think, did Sonic really, really well, though he was ridiculously broken in the previous version. Thank God they fixed that, for the most part. I don't know, is there a Project M tier list? Because I want to see that, and see what other people think of the characters and all that. Tell me what you think of some of the changes made for Project M. In terms of other changes to certain movesets, Meta Knight, if he returns, and I'm guessing he's going to, I want him to return, for the love of God, do not add the tornado attack. Change his tornado attack. And another thing that I wish, damn it, computer, another thing I wish that would, I know it's staying at this point, and I saw it in the trailer when it E3 first, you know, showed the trailer. But I really want them to get rid of Mario's Flood. I never liked Mario's Flood. I thought it was a really dumb change. I'd like the Mario Tornado better. Or at least make Flood a damaging move. At least do that. I'm just gonna get some of the movesets and Final Smashes out of the way for characters, just to get them done and over with. In terms of Final Smashes, honestly, they were really tame in Brawl. I want everyone's Final Smash except for Sonic, because Sonic had the most overpowered Final Smash ever. Super Sonic is goddamn ridiculous. So, I want them to up Donkey Kong's. I want them to up Lucario's. Make Lucario turn into Mega Lucario. And if Mewtwo's coming back, make him turn to Mega Mewtwo. Why? Because that was the first one we got introduced to, and I like Mewtwo Y better than X. Wii Fit Trainer, we already saw her Final Smash, which looks okay. Samus's Final Smash seems to be returning. If Falco and Wolf have to return, and I know that at least Falco is, even though I kind of would want him to either leave or get a different moveset, but another thing I want, change his Final Smash, for the love of God. Wolf, same thing, change his Final Smash. Wolf should have something different. He should have something different. Falco can have the R-Wing. Like, I don't know how they would implement an R-Wing, but they could do something with it. Don't tell me they can't, because they can. Or you could make it like Snake's Final Smash, where the R-Wing comes up, and you can, and you see, like, you're viewing a screen, with a little reticle that you can shoot, and you can shoot lasers out of that. You know, there are some ways they can introduce the R-Wing in Smash Brothers. They introduced the Landmaster, for crying out loud. I never want to see a damn Landmaster again. If it's Fox, fine. But Falco is said to be the ace in the air. So, AKA, change his Final Smash to a fucking R-Wing. I don't know what they'll do for Wolf, but do something different, for crying out loud, do something. Change Toon Link's Final Smash. I don't want it to be the same thing as Link's. That's all I can think of. In terms of other Final Smashes, I'm sure they'll be, I'm sure they'll be similar to how they were in Brawl. I hope they at least up their power with some of them, like DDD's and Donkey Kong's, just so they're actually useful. That's pretty much it for this part. I will start doing other parts like stages. I might do items. I might do stages and items in the same video. And I'm going to be doing replay value. I know that much. This is just like a personal thing. Replay value would be like other gameplay modes, what the adventure modes would be like. So like gameplay modes and replay value and stuff like that. Hopefully you should see the next video either tomorrow or the day afterwards. I don't really know. School's coming back tomorrow and it's going to haunt me for the rest of my life. See you then. I'm CMan235, signing out.